Welcome to whomever stopped by to see this new moon and Sagittarius reading. This is Lit Intuition, and my name is Kay. Tonight I'm going to be doing the lunar cycle reading from the Oracle deck, the deck of the Mermaids. It's called Oracle of the Mermaids, technically. And they are large cards. I'm just getting them shuffled. While I do so, I do a regular weekly schedule that's posted below. This is just kind of like a random reading. And so I do general readings for each sign once per week and love readings once per sign a week. So check those out if you're of a mind to. And we got 3 more shuffles to go. One of the cards flew out. It says guide. A guide, a mentor, or a trusty ally. Okay. I just look at them when they come out sometimes like that. 3 more to go. So also below there's, besides that schedule that I'm doing tentatively, subject to change, since this is a new channel, there's also a list of the decks I use, instructions on how to donate to the channel if so inclined, and a link to my website, which is where you can book a personal reading with me or order a personalized avatar birth chart. So, alright. Last shuffle. And so with the new moon in Sagittarius on the 12th, that just brings in different energies. I like to do one of these new moon readings once per month because it kind of sets the tone for the month ahead. Kind of helps point you, as to what you should be looking at, trying to grow, what your ultimate goal is, setting your intentions, and then kind of how the month begins to withdraw from that energy and get ready for the next new moon. So, alright, now that I've got the deck, I'm going to go ahead and lay these cards down. So this is a new moon card, and then waxing, full moon, waning, and dark moon cards. It's supposed to kind of be in a circle. That's kind of the best I can do. Okay. Now, the meanings are in the book, and these are oracle cards. They're not tarot, so I don't have, all the meanings memorized, so we're just going to kind of find out together. Okay. So in this moon, Cycles of the Moon spread, this first card here says, The Magic of the Cohelen Druith. I probably totally slaughtered that pronunciation. That's card number 9. And it says in the guide that this is the card that indicates what will be coming to you, the quality of the new cycle, and what to focus your intentions upon, what will be initiated and created soon. Okay? So I'm going to go to number 9. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will read the divination part that says what the card means. It is time for you to create a symbol of who you are in your heart. It may be that you wish to dye your hair or transform your appearance in some way. You may wish to lose weight or to shape your body via healthful exercise using weights and swimming. It may be that you have adopted a more conservative appearance of late to suit better your age, your job, and what your conditioning may be telling you is suitable. But the Marrow and her Cohelen Druith tell you that it is up to you to determine your appearance and your wellness, your body, and your style. It is also time to consider the dolphins, as Marrows are strongly aligned with the dolphins, including Fungi, the famous dolphin of Dingle Bay. It is also time to choose more strictly who you will interact with. The Marrows wish for you to signal to others who you are through your clothing or your jewelry, so that you may find your soul family more easily. Symbols, of which appearance and clothing are one, can do this for you. I like the message there. So, in other words, instead of trying, to fit in, just be you. And lots of times, people can go to the extreme and they're actually not being themselves because they're like, oh, this is just me, and they just dress all crazy to get attention. But this isn't what that's talking about. It's just talking about being authentic, even if it's different from everyone else. Okay, so I'm going to clarify these two at the end of the reading, but we're going to go to the next card in the spread, which is the Waning Moon card. And it says, this card is about new growth, continued action, and results that will come about, how the growth will occur, what to expect as a project grows. We got experiments, manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, arrogance. Well, if that's what is growing, that's not a great thing, I guess. So far, I don't know. I'm keeping an open mind. And at any rate, we can clarify that with the tarot. But that is card 33. Interesting. All right, 9 and 33. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so the divination part for that one says, looking into genetically modified food, because it says GM, I think that's what it means, cosmetics, products, and food sources developed with genetic manipulation and experimentation. All experiments are not bad, but many are cruel. When humans use other creatures for their own selfish purposes, they lose the very part of themselves that is most beautiful and noble. Many claim ignorance, or have been persuaded that experimenting on animals is necessary for human health and well-being. You are now awakening and seeing the connections between all life forms. You are awakening to the wrongness of seeking to understand something by taking it apart, and most often without consent, separating families, tribes, colonies of creatures for purposes that are selfish and cruel. This took place in Atlantis, and the mermaids witnessed this, with the creatures of Lemuria, I think that's how you pronounce it, and the animals who were often torn apart on tables, as if they were unable to feel. We need to step in, all of us, and change it. It is happening again. That's why we're talking to you now. So, developing perhaps like more of an interest in what kind of, what's going on in the environment, how animals are being treated. If you do feel any of that kind of urge to like do what you can to help, sometimes it might seem like it's on a very small scale, but you can go and like to the Humane Society animal shelter in your town or city and adopt, a pet. Like I got my cat Kane here, who, as if on cue, just happened to go onto the camera. He's scratching at the carpet. But anyway, or, in some cases it might come across as like wanting to eat vegetarian or vegan, so that you're not participating in, what is happening to animals, if that's an issue that concerns you. And I think that's interesting for myself, although I don't do these readings for myself. I do them for a general collective that may see them one day. I have recently switched a lot of my proteins to soy-based instead of meat, and I'm not completely vegetarian yet, but seriously considering leaning that way. So I bring that up not to just speak about myself, but because it seems to apply here. Some of you may be going through that as well, for whoever finds this video. Okay, so next up in the spread, we have card number 3, the Full Moon card, which shows you what will come about, what will be empowered, what will have and be given the most energy. Kane, stop attacking my Mary. I might have to go put him in the bedroom, actually. It says homeland, arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building, settled. Card 44, another double number, and I've been seeing 44 a lot lately, so that's a synchronicity for me. So the Full Moon card, divination, reads, stop it, Kane. There is wisdom in the homelands. There is a part of you that belongs there, and part of you that needs to reconnect at a deep level. Traditions or ancient practices or simple things like recipes, ways of doing day-to-day activities will come to you now. Incorporate them into your life, and there will be a deep sense of being home wherever you are, because all the parts of your own self are within you, acknowledged, known, and expressed in healthy ways. Find a place you can call home, settle somewhere for a time, and make some commitments to the place you belong. You are part of it. It is part of you, and you cannot separate from it without separating from a part of your own soul, your own deep self. So establishing stability, and some of you may be moving into a new home, purchasing a new home, adding family members, or just, working hard on your job, achieving some kind of milestone, or aiming for one such as a promotion, or something that will make you more financially stable. It doesn't have to be about money, though. It just seems like more like an earth-based card to me, you know, talking about some practical things such as home. But home can also be a state of mind and spirit as well, of course. So take that as it resonates. For the next card in the spread, I know it's the waning card, but it says, this card indicates the energy of withdrawing, a sucking and pulling away energy. The card in this position indicates what will be leaving, the influence that will be diminishing, what is fading and on its way out. And we got dreams, vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. Okay, so while I look that up here, card 23, this comes to a 5. While I turn to that page, that may actually be a relief for some of you out there who do astrally travel somewhat sometimes, or find yourself waking up feeling exhausted because you were doing all kinds of crazy shit in your dreams that you can't explain to anyone else. There's been a lot of spiritual warfare, in my personal opinion, lately within the collective, and so the dreams becoming less might actually be a relief. Okay, so the divination here says, when this card appears, please go deeper into the world of the dream. And this is in the waning position, though, so this is what's diminishing. It may be time to keep a dream journal or to spend even just 5 minutes each morning meditating on your sleeping life. My commentary interjected here would be, yeah, that would still be the case, but, even if maybe the dreams will start to wane as far as, like, lessening in frequency or intensity, but I still agree with this, that it's a good idea to continue to keep track. It is unlikely that your mind will have a great deal of information that will be valuable for you. There will be details and imagery, poetry, and symbolism in your dream, and it is a creative, flowing, imaginative, and surreal world you enter when you sleep. Spend some time each morning or day feeling the dream, then musing on its meaning. Do not try to pin it down or it will fly free, eluding you. Have long baths or warm showers prior to bedtime, and visualize yourself in a pool before drifting off to sleep. Allow the waters of sleep to take you, and the mermaids of dreams to sing to you. Okay, the final card here, before we jump into the tarot, is the Dark Moon card. And it says, this card indicates what you need to go within and examine deeply before you can move forward with a new cycle. The card in this position indicates what you can hardly admit to yourself, what lies deep, deep inside, what you have kept hidden for a long time, but what you are ready to bring out, the heart of the issue. And we have divination, prophecy, fate, destiny, future fortune. The number on the card is 15, that's a 6, and I'll read the divination of that as well. Okay, it says, to you, the mermaids have come via this card and say to you that you have the gift of seeing the possibilities, of knowing and feeling out the fate. And they know that as a fellow mare being, one who has been born of the great sea mother, you too can work with the gift of seeing in many directions at once. It is as if you can stare into water and see ripples of what could be. The mermaids are oracles, sibyls of the sea, and you too have the power to connect with the divine. And this power can be activated as you teach yourself the wisdom of the sea. There must be discipline and purpose to your movement. Instruction is coming, and they will deliver it through dreams and visions. There will be signs, and there will be omens, and the symbols will come to you. You will dream, and while these dreams may be cryptic, or a vision may seem to be unrelated to what is currently taking place, the universe and the ocean of consciousness and possibilities is calling to you to listen and to hear and read the signs. Become aware, and hear them whisper on the shoreline of consciousness. Learn to read an oracle like this one. Work with spreads for focus and discipline, and conduct readings for friends. You have a gift. It is time to train, and then to exercise it with responsibility and beauty. I like that. I know that that resonates with me on a certain level, and I won't go into the personal reasons why, but for you, hopefully it resonates as well on some level. Alright, so now I'm going to grab my little Radiant Rider Waite tarot deck for clarification. Bear with me while I shuffle. I suppose I could have pre-shuffled, so I apologize. I'm doing this reading sort of spur of the moment. It's kind of like my day off, actually, and so I wasn't intending to do one, but after having accomplished everything else that I wanted to today, I found myself growing bored, and so I took a walk. And by the time that I returned, I was like, I have to do something. I can't just sit here. And I was moved to pull a reading for you guys. So we only have 2 shuffles left. I tend to shuffle many of my decks 7 times. It's just something that I was kind of led to do when I started practicing tarot. So I appreciate your patience. Just 1 left to go. Spirit, please clarify the magic of the Kohellan Druith. Sorry, I still think I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but you know, she's beautiful though. It's a beautiful card. I'll show them to you as I clarify this time, so you can see. It's nice artwork. Hi, baby. Alright, Spirit, please clarify that for the new moon card. Intentions, what's going to grow this month. So we've got the Page of Swords clarifying that. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn energy, which the Page of Swords was air energy, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. King, get down, please. He's standing right behind the computer monitor. And the Page of Pentacles. Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I like it that there's 2 pages there because get down, please, because it's a new moon card, and so it's talking about intention and what's going to be focused on and growing this month. Looks like financial concerns or matters, as well as the obtaining of information, a pursuit towards stability, which we saw as coming into culmination at the full moon card, so that ties together nicely. On a side note, if there are those of you who may be interested in, or let me put it this way, there may be some of you out there who are wanting a child, and so this indicates perhaps setting the first seeds, no pun intended, and planting the first seeds or setting things in motion for that. I'm stupid. Okay. No, I'm not. Don't ever talk bad about yourself, even if you're joking. Okay, so I apologize. And I'm going to clarify the next card now. That's experiments. And that was talking about like the abuse of animals and the resources on our planet. And that was in the waxing energy of what's going to be growing and coming more strongly into our consciousness this month. The Spirit, please clarify experiment. Okay. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. Virgo energy. And 5 cards flipped over, so I'm not going to take them all. I wanted to take 3. Okay, we got 2 more. The Moon, that being major arcana for Pisces and Cancer energy. And the 8 of Cups, and that's Pisces energy. Okay. What I'm seeing here is that this might not just be, I mean, the whole thing about animals and the environment and so forth is important, and to some of you it may actually be a significant focus. However, to those of you who that doesn't really resonate with, this shows also self-care, and, you know, because we, of course, are an integral, I should say, part of our environment, and everything's connected. And so, you know, you'll be taking better care of yourself this month. With the moon there's a sense of something growing that, you know, you're not maybe entirely sure of what the outcome's going to be, but with the 8 of Cups also, it's like, you know, you're walking away from things that you're you're walking away from things that have like confused you in the past or left you with emotions that you don't find fulfilling. And so just kind of like getting rid of toxicity. And in that case, you know, that's the theme of the card with, you know, from the Mermaids as well, just sort of eliminating things that are toxic or that don't serve your good or the good of all. Of course, well, I say, let me think here for a second how I want to phrase this. Okay, so it's pretty obvious, but when we take good care of ourselves, we are contributing to everything around us as well. And because we all are connected. I guess that's all I wanted to say about that. Now with the full moon card being homeland, we're going to go ahead and clarify that. Spirit, please clarify. The Emperor popped right out first. That's major arcana for Aries energy. This is nice. This is really nice energy. And I love Sagittarius energy anyway. I'm a Cancer, but I have a lot of Leo in my chart, and so I really resonate with other fire signs on some levels. But I digress. We have also the Nine of Swords, which is Gemini energy. And the Wheel of Fortune, which I see as being major arcana for Sagittarius energy. It's also said at times to represent the fixed signs. So Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. With the full moon being about like the end of a journey, coming back home, with the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, and the Nine of Swords. I think this is about facing fears in the sense of stepping back into your responsibilities and your passion and your obligation to others that you care for and love. You know, in coming back home, sometimes we return to people that we've left behind, and while sometimes we've left those people behind for the best of reasons, such as the toxicity we showed that we were walking away from in the waning or waxing card, it's like then you go back home to the people that really are important. You know, the Wheel of Fortune turns, and now it's like, if you did have any bad karma from mistreating important people to you in the past that genuinely cared about you, you now, you know, step into that role of taking responsibility and taking your power back, so that you don't have to, you know, if you have any guilt or any fear, sometimes we need to just let those things go anyway in order to progress. But there are times when we feel that we need to make amends, and so I'm picking up the energy from this, just that, you know, to take care of those things. And that's really coming home to self and confronting things that we have buried. All right, dreams in the waning position. Spirit, please clarify why dreams is here in the waning position. Okay, we got one card to start. It's Justice, major arcana for Libra energy. Ooh, I'm liking this so far. Hang on, 2 more cards to clarify dreams. Please, Spirit. Can we have dreams clarified for the collective for what is waning in this coming month? Then we got the Ten of Pentacles, Virgo energy. And we're going to get one more. Okay. Okay. We also have the Ace of Pentacles popping out. You may have had some kind of a goal or idea of what you wanted your life to look like, and I see that as being represented by the Ten of Pentacles. So not only can this perhaps refer to actual dreams, like while you're sleeping in REM states, but there are the dreams and visions that we have of what we want to achieve and how we see our life turning out. And so with the Ten of Pentacles there, I like how it went Justice, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, because it's saying, like, as this energy, so you had this idea of what you wanted to accomplish, right? And that may be slipping away only in the sense that, you know, you're recognizing now, like, everything's balancing out, and you realize that there are actually steps Like, in other words, we might dream about being the next Beyonce or whatever, and being rich and famous and having a mansion and, you know, owning your own island or whatever. But it's like, we're kind of losing just looking at that whole pie in the sky dream, and as things begin to balance out, we're being offered an opportunity from the universe to start fresh with a gift of the Ace of Pentacles from Spirit, saying, you know, you've had it in you all along, what you need to build on to actually create this dream. So get rid of the maybe somewhat unrealistic ideas if you weren't able or willing to put forth the practical steps to achieve that, or if it's something that might be even partly out of your control. Like they say, a lot of Hollywood is who knows who, and you get the drift. But here is, you know, you have that one pinnacle, which is knowing, it's like giving you like a path, like a light to light up the path. Like, you know, here you go, run with this, and start to take the practical steps to make your dream reality. Okay, for the Dark Moon card, Divination. Spirit, please clarify this. 3 cards to clarify the Divination card for the Dark Moon spot. Okay, first card out is the Ace of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. Okay. Then we've got the Seven of Swords. Aquarius energy. And we get one more. Please clarify divination for the dark. Okay, so we have what I call the double flipper, and I usually just take one card here because I wanted 3 total, but since it flipped over in 2 spots in the deck, I'm taking them both. We have the Fool card, Major Arcana for Aries and Aquarius energy, and we have the Ten of Wands, which is Sagittarius. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've got this straight, but let me consult again really quickly what it says about the dark moon position. It indicates what you need to go within and examine deeply before you can move forward with a new cycle, what you can hardly admit to yourself, what lies deep, deep inside, what you have kept hidden for a long time, but what you are ready to bring out the heart of the issue. So on a personal note, obviously I can see how divination relates because, you know, I am a tarot reader and I am into that kind of thing. So take that however that resonates with you. It could just be discovering more about your spirituality or developing a new kind of practice to sort of help you get in touch with the divine, that kind of thing. I am looking though at this Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords, the Fool, and the Ten of Wands. Okay. So don't use this process of spiritual growth as an escape mechanism, for one. Sometimes people can start a spiritual path, and if they're not careful to be humble and patient and to take lessons that they need to learn in stride, it's like the spiritual identity can just become another form of ego. And I've experienced that myself, so that's not me putting shade on anyone else. It can happen. And so, you know, in this dark spot that we don't really want to admit, but what we have to face before moving on, it's like, I'm seeing this honestly as you want to get away, like with the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Swords. It's like escaping and like not really telling anybody about it, to just go on this new leap of faith and leave everything behind and get rid of all of your burdens. I can see, well, you know, for certain people, we all have feelings, or most of us, I should say, I can't speak for everyone, but feelings of connection to family and friends that are rooted to some degree in responsibility. So, you know, say even if you do love your parents and you really want to be around them from time to time and have a great relationship with them, you might still feel obligated to go because, you know, your mom has gotten too old to do certain housework and you feel like you need to help her, or, you know, that's just an example. But it's not, I'm sensing almost like a sense of guilt here that needs to be faced about wanting to break free of things that don't serve us and just live for ourselves and stand up for ourselves. If everything in life becomes just about living for ourselves and our own happiness, yes, that can obviously, there's a slippery slope. It can lead to narcissistic traits or utter selfishness. But at the same time, it's about finding a balance, because we do have to be willing to leave things behind that completely stagnate us, or that are toxic for us, or people and places and things that do not have our best interest at heart, that are not adding to our growth in any way, and may even be only burdens that weigh us down, like in this Ten of Wands. So with the Sagittarius energy too, Sagittarius energy is a lot about freedom and exploration. And so, we've got to be willing here, before we can move on to a new cycle where we can set new intentions and continue to grow. We have to be able to face this fierce desire within for freedom, and realize that it's nothing to be ashamed of, and that if we do it with grace and kindness toward others, or perhaps no contact with those, if you know, it'll lighten us. We'll feel lighter. We'll feel more able. We'll have more energy. We'll be more in touch with the divine. We'll be more able to accomplish what we want to accomplish with all that extra dead weight. So that's the reading tonight. If it resonated with you guys, or you liked it, please subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping that it will grow, as it's very new. And please hit the thumbs up, notification bell if you subscribe to be notified of my future uploads, all that good stuff. Comment below if you'd like. And I thank you guys for your time and attention. Happy new moon upcoming on the 12th, and see you guys again soon. Bye.